Hello everyone, and welcome back to...
Got us a victory! Nikke!
Alright, like I promised, let's play the campaign. Let me just claim the day 3. Yep. We should also be getting closer to this one. Just a few more days left, then we unlock a skin for free, which is nice. Claim that. Alright, delete this. Claim. Wipe out. I'll do the basic stuff first, and then we'll focus on the other funk. Chop.
Saw teeth, entire boot. Hope you put it to good use! Come again if you need anything! Thank you! Hope you put it to good use! Thank you!
What are you looking for?
Take as much time as you like. I see you're a man of taste.
Welcome to Rupee's shop! Another successful transaction! Doesn't it feel great? Thank you for coming! Doesn't it feel great spend?
You can take your time. Commencing operation.
Alright, recycling room. We should have some upgrades for this. 49 out of 50. That's annoying. Oh well. Alright, now we just have to do this advice. Go through the list. Why? Ein.
Just wait a little longer until I graduate. I won't soon forget. There is...
Alright, that should be it. Okay, one more. No, cannot do that yet. I'm gonna claim first. Recruit. 2 of these. Nice. And last thing is Nikke, Julia. Upgrade once. Upgrade. Nice. Arc. Sure. Let's do the interception. The final one will be for playing the campaign once, so that's fine.
Lady Luck is always on our side.
Behold my ultimate blade.
Let's have fun, guys! Lady, return to where you belong. Luck is reserved for those who are prepared.
Alright, there we go. And GG.
Now it's hot spring time. I guess this makes me a... Now it's hot spring time.
Didn't get anything good, sadly. That puts me at 90. I guess I can claim these. I'll have to claim the last one later. Inventory, that's gonna be one of those. Not what I need. And one of these. A duplicate, okay. That... Oh, 39? Where did I get so many of these boxes? I don't know. Open, max, 3k, we are at 8.7, so that means for tomorrow we can get the 10k we need. Okay. We're close to getting this one. Very close. Alright. Right. Campaign. No, event. I wanna claim the stuff here.
Fancy a drink?
Challenge. Can repeat that one.
Bolt, we won again.
And shop, I guess we can buy another ticket here. Which I can use for a recruit, I suppose. Nothing special. That's alright. Alright, campaign time. It's been a while. We can do it.
Let's go make misfortune has found us. Moving. As long as I have Blanc, I can be strong. Want to see? Lady Luck is always on our
no
side.
quarter.
Yes.
I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
That should get me 100. I'll just have to remember to
Encounter. Swimming sure can
pick up the quest later.
I'll
Wait,
protect
we are in the hard mode. Why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, let's finish this mission and then we'll switch to the story mode.
Just a little more. Lady Luck is always on our side. Who are prepared. I'm sorry. Next.
Nice.
I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
I thought it switched the last time when I was doing this. Normal. There we go.
Move out them in there and
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Bum 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 bum.
Let's bet on who'd win. This clothing is so cumbersome. Lady Luck is always on our side. I'm sorry.
Right.
Now it's hot spring time. Encounter. Moving isn't so easy without my bunny suit. Bolt, finish this and hurry to the sea. Lady Luck is always on our side.
Alright. Next.
Bolt, we won again.
And now comes the story. Let's go.
Moving. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Darn, there are too many of them. All the Raptures in the vicinity must have been alerted by these ones.
I'm sorry. I tried to be careful, but apparently it didn't work.
Didn't we say we were gonna get off somewhere safe and hoof it for the rest of the journey?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, it completely slipped my mind.
You should have heard yourself hammering. You were sawing logs like nobody's business.
Huh. I was? I usually don't snore, but I guess I got comfortable.
I think your snoring was louder than the scooter engine.
Could this be the upcoming two
That's
characters?
probably why the Raptures came running.
Was it really that bad?
No, it wasn't.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I kept saying we should, but Liberan was all like, no, we shouldn't do and stop me. And look where we are now.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I take it as a point of pride that you felt so comfortable on Blue Hurricane. You also must have been really pooped to be able to fall asleep while we're up on the surface. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm sensing an opening in the ranks at 4 o'clock. Hammering, can you bust through it? You bet I can.
I'm gonna pound these chumps into dust.
Hammering hurls herself towards the Raptures.
Shouldn't we take it easy? We fired off the signal flare, so help should be coming soon.
If it means taking out more Raptures, then I'm all for her doing her thing.
Is that how you feel?
Yes? Sorry, I didn't mean to be argumentative.
Don't worry about it. When can we expect the counters anyway? I feel like it's been a while since we let off that flare.
Based on our distance from Reclamation Site 01, if they're operating on an ordinary response time, they should be visible right about now.
Rapture spotted. Visual confirmation on 3 Nikkes.
How'd they manage to get themselves completely surrounded? Let's hurry and rescue them. You're good at this.
It's what I do.
Okay.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit? Reloading. Lady Luck, it's showtime with Noir and Blanc. Show them no quarter. Lady Luck is always on our side. For those who are prepared.
Nice.
Fancy a drink?
Thanks for saving our necks back there. Are you the counters? Nice to meet you.
Senti?
Oh. You know Senti? She's my role model.
Not surprising.
Thank you. You really got us out of a jam.
You guys sure are good at fighting. You really live up to your reputation.
Shifty, please confirm their identity.
Okay, just a moment. Could you all look at the screen for a moment?
So you're the operator? Is this the screen I'm supposed to look at?
Yes, just for 3 seconds.
Ow! Oh, that hurts my eyes.
You better familiarize yourself with electronic devices.
It's not like I don't try. I just can't get used to them.
Done. These are the 3 who were sent to join you.
Okay, thank you. I'm Rappy, and this is Anise and Neon. We're from the Counter Squad.
Oh, trust me. We know your names. You guys are super famous. What an honor to finally meet the Counters in person.
Well, I don't think getting along will be much of an issue with us.
Could you give us your names and affiliations?
I'm Liverin from Pathfinder. Inside the Ark, I'm usually in charge of deliveries. But for this exploration mission, I'll be in charge of navigation.
But we have a map.
The map is only meant to be used as a guideline. I presume she'll be determining which specific routes we take based on it. She'll also be formulating potential escape routes in case of any emergencies.
Wow, impressive! I was wondering how to explain why a delivery driver is perfect for this mission. And you just nailed it. Thanks. You guys are the real deal.
Thanks.
I'm Hammering, from the Hammer and Drill Squad. If you're gonna be exploring the Crystal region, then you don't want to be without a miner like myself. Whether it's busting up obstacles or mineral analysis, I'm your man.
Not exactly the most original name. Is the other member's name Drilly?
Huh? How'd you know?
Talk about a lack of imagination. I'm Eleg from the Electric Shock Squad. My forte is anything related to electronic devices. Are we expected to run into lots of electronics where we're going? You never know. Don't forget that humans used to reign supreme on the surface. I see. There could be a lot of old facilities and stuff like that hanging around. Precisely. How cool would it be if I waltzed into a factory, worked my magic, and got it back up and running again?
Wowee! Even imagining it gets me all excited.
You think so? Alright. Now that we're finished with the introductions, you should all return to the reclamation site. I'll brief you on the upcoming operation there.
Okay, let's go. Sadly, we have to fight the filler mobs, but that's alright. It's one of the reasons I kind of waited.
I don't think I'll ever
Like,
get
the
used to
gameplay
fighting.
of this game is fine. It gets very repetitive. Yeah. But I do love the story. Like, the story is what's keeping the game fun for me.
I got too excited. Now it's hot spring time.
Here I go.
Misfortune, let's go make ourselves some luck. Let's bet on who'd win.
Just a little more.
I'm going as fast as I can. What? Lady Luck is always on our side.
Next.
Bolt! We won again! Misfortune has found. Let's go make ourselves some luck. I'll protect you. What? Lady Luck is always on our side.
Just a little more.
Alright.
Fancy a drink?
We're getting a lot of gems as well, which will be nice for pull-in
Moving.
later.
Encounter.
Here I go.
We could have been getting more, but I mean, still quite a nice amount.
Don't get hurt, Pit Boss.
I definitely need something for the next update, since yeah, we'll have to pull for the next character. Maybe I'll skip the Neon and Elm.
As fast as I can.
Or Anise, actually. I don't know.
I'm glad I was able to protect
I don't
everyone.
know. So yeah.
Swim Misfortune has.
Here I go. They are as candles.
We can always get
but
them
better burnt out.
next time, right? We'll come around again.
Lady Luck is always
Shows
on
them
our
no
side.
quarter.
I'm sorry. I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
Here I go.
Shall we roll the
Story time!
During the exploration mission, Liverin, Hammering, and Eleg will become temporary members of the Commando Squad. The commander will retain command as usual. Your goal is to explore what we are referring to as the Crystal Region. As you can tell from the name, it is a place covered with mysterious crystals. The area is quite extensive, so there is a high chance it might take some time for us to fully explore it. However, spending too much time exploring at this stage is not ideal. So, you'll be conducting a cursory investigation.
What are we looking for while we're there?
Other than rough topographical formations, the map doesn't provide any specific information, so we're short on details at the moment. However, considering the nature of the area, collecting the crystals would make the most sense. Even so, they should not be harvested recklessly without prior consideration. Only collect the crystals that you deem pose no risk.
And how do we assess the risk?
I'll handle that. Minerals and I get along swimmingly. One glance is all I'll need to tell you if it's dangerous or not.
You look like someone who could do that sort of thing. So, in summary, you are to explore it as wide an area as possible. And if it is determined that there is no risk, you will collect some crystals and return to the base. That's all.
Sounds simple enough.
I honestly thought it'd be something way more out there. Since this is an unknown area, even the central government is exercising caution. The other reason for increased wariness is due to how each of you are very important and valuable personnel. Gosh, what a compliment!
We should get going straight away.
Yes.
One more thing before you leave. What is it? You must leave a minimum of 2 squad members at Reclamation Site 01.
What?
Huh? As a contingency plan, I presume.
That, and other reasons, yes.
Do they die?
In theory, the optical camouflage is a dependable safety measure. But this is the first time we're using it out in the field. You might encounter new variations of Raptures who can see through the optical camouflage. It's also imperative that you are able to tend to any members who become cut off from the group during your search. If this place is left unattended, you'll be caught with your pants down if anything unexpected were to crop up.
Who should stay?
Anise and I will stay. Of course, I'd prefer that all of us go together, but this is the situation we're in. Besides, these 3 have been dispatched here due to their proficiency in exploration. We, on the other hand, have no such skills in that particular area. And unlike Rappy, we're not incredible at everything we do.
Neon.
So it makes the most sense for the 2 of us to stay.
Well, this is awkward.
Huh?
Neon's right. Fighting is what she and I excel at. We'll stay here and hold down the fort. You all stay safe out there and come back, you hear? If anything happens, shoot us a message or fire off a signal flare. Okay?
But
Commander, please don't say anything more and just go. Please?
Annie slightly pushes me towards the door.
Go. Hurry. Be careful, everyone.
That's enough from you two. Go and get your things.
But...
We're going together. This is unexplored territory for us. I wouldn't dream of going there without you.
But what if things go south here? This is an important place.
Shifty. Can I entrust you with monitoring this place?
I figured this was what would happen. Fine. But I won't be able to provide as much support as usual. Will that be okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Very well then. Leave it to me. Are you sure about this? This is the first piece of land we've managed to reclaim in a century. It'd be a real waste if we lost it again.
I'm not worried about it. We'll just reclaim it again.
Wow.
So cool.
Huh? What did you say?
Anise, Neon, get ready as quickly as possible. We're going as a team.
Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? And here I was thinking I was gonna get some rest. I'll be ready in a jiffy. I'll be sure to pack lots of snacks, too.
Okay. Interesting. Fight time!
Who'd win?
The hour of retribution draws near.
Lady Luck is always on our side. I got too excited. I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it? Ugh. Moving isn't so easy without my bunny suit.
Moving.
Okay, shortcut unlocked.
Here I go.
Swimming sure
Right,
can
only
tucker
2
you
battles and then we have another
out.
story.
Shall we roll? Swimming sure can tucker you out. Bolt, finish this and hurry to the sea. Lady Luck is always on our side. Those who are prepared. Now it's hot spring time.
Let's route them in there and
Let's go make ourselves some luck. I don't think I'll ever get used to fighting.
You are out of harm's way. Fleeting as it may be. You must persevere.
Lady Luck is always on our side. I got too excited.
The hour of retribution draws near. I'm sorry. You are out of harm's way. Fleeting as it may be.
Alright, story time. Go.
Now it's hot spring time. Misfortune has.
Here I go.
According to the map, the area with the crystals is not too far from here. That doesn't mean, however, that it's necessarily close. Liverin will determine the route and guide you.
Calling it a route is a bit generous. We'll just be doing some light walking.
I have a question. When we're up on the surface, aren't we typically part of a squad? Yeah, usually. But you came up all alone. Hey, you're right. That is a bit unusual. Is there any special reason for that?
My colleague Drilly is currently working a long-term gig. It's part-time, but the pay is out of this world, which you don't see every day, so she can't up and quit. If she requested to take time off, she might not be able to come back to that job.
You're telling me a part-time job is more important than this mission?
Yep.
I don't understand.
What about you, Alec? Why did you come along?
The Electric Shock Squad isn't really a tight-knit group. All of our areas of expertise are different, and none of us have particularly good social skills. So, we operate alone whenever possible. If we were to attempt to move together, it would only become more chaotic. I can understand where you're coming from.
It was total pandemonium whenever I used to move around with both Matisse and Absolute. They were always talking, so much that I had to set them straight.
That's rich coming from you. Anyway, what about you, Liverin?
Me? Sorry to disappoint, but I'd rather not say. It's rather personal. I hope you don't mind.
That's fine. You don't need to share anything you're not comfortable with.
Did all three of you volunteer for this job?
Yes. We talked a lot on the way here. I don't remember all the details, but suffice to say that the going is getting tough for every one of us. One small misstep, and we might be headed straight to the scrap heap.
What are you talking about?
There's no work to go around.
The Hammer and Drill Squad specializes in mining.
Correct. The only thing is that all the available ore veins nearby and natural resources have been extracted. Groups like Mighty Tools focus on construction, so they're fine. There are always old buildings that need to be demolished and rebuilt. But the same can't be said for us. Once a mine has been tapped, that's the end of the story. In fact, there was a time our squad didn't have a single task for an entire month. We could disappear into thin air and it wouldn't make a difference.
So that's why the part-time gig is so important to Drilly.
Exactly.
So you volunteered for this because you needed a job?
Correct again. New lands mean new work opportunities. On top of that, a region which is rich in crystals is a place where a mining expert like me could really flourish. I'll be able to eat the finest food and buy the latest power tool models. That's why I volunteered.
It's always stressful when work dries up.
Have you also had times when work was hard to come by?
Me? Oh, yes. We're a transportation squad, but in truth, we're little more than glorified delivery drivers. These days, that work falls to delivery robots and drones. They don't make any human errors, and they do it safely and quickly. There's no reason to continue using us, where there's the chance of an occasional slip-up. Not to mention that we tend to be much slower than them. Everyone always talks about how machines are going to take our jobs away, but I never expected it to happen to me. Then again, we're machines too, so I guess it's machines taking away another machine's job.
Oh, the same. You seem to be doing pretty well for yourself.
Are you kidding? You'd be hard-pressed to find as penurious a Nikke as me.
But your scooter seems to be maintained pretty well. And you're always wearing the latest fashions. You're decked out head to toe in clothing that's both fashionable and serves a purpose. Hey, you're right! Isn't that a new top from Octopus?
Consider it a business investment. If we dressed like bums, we'd get even fewer delivery jobs.
So, where do you get the money for this investment?
There are still some people who don't want to entrust their deliveries to robots. Loyal customers of mine.
I don't get it. Why use you when robots are objectively better?
Well...
It doesn't make any sense.
Hold on, I feel vibrations. Shifty.
Rapture's detected up ahead. That was impressive, Rappy.
Yeah, totally amazing.
Super duper amazing.
Commander, I recommend that we aim for a preemptive strike.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you.
Roger.
Let's find the Raptures. Let's kill them all.
I will send you off without pain.
Lady Luck is always on our side.
I got too excited.
You are out of harm's way.
Fleeting as it may be. You must persevere.
Just a little more.
Lady Luck is always on our side.
I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
Whoa! Amazing, right? Feels like we're a band of Rapture hunters.
Impressive. I've gone up against a few Raptures in my time, but you guys are on another level.
I'm not gonna be forgetting that anytime soon, I can tell you that much.
Okay. You're all making me blush. I'll only allow further compliments for the next 5 minutes.
We've been through a lot up on the surface.
You're the ones who defeated the members of Exotic, right? You also bested the Heretics. Seems like you really excel in cooperative battles as well.
What are you bringing all that up for?
Nothing, it's just... they seemed practically invincible.
Of course we're good at joint battles. We're good at everything. Especially Anise. Did you know that she goes by Fighting Bull?
Don't mess with the bull or you'll get the hordes. Anyway, you never answered my question, Liverin.
Huh?
You know, about why you'd ask a Nikke to handle a delivery when a robot could do it.
Can we just move on from this?
Sorry, no can do. We're on this mission together, and I want to know.
It's because robots are incapable of flattery.
Huh?
Many of our clients are high-ranking individuals. We deliver the requested items and make the handoff as dramatic as possible. We also read from the script that the client dictates. This is from so-and-so. May it be of assistance to you in your time of need. Stuff like that. People are always pleased to get gifts like this, and they usually end up gushing about this and that as a result. When that happens, it's up to us to do our best and match that energy. Because our clients are all high on the totem pole, it pays quite well.
And there are a lot of people who want this sort of thing?
Oh, many. A whole lot. There are a lot of people in the Ark with too much time and money on their hands and are craving a bit of excitement. It's because of them that we're able to maintain our vehicles and wear the nice clothes that we do.
I see.
Anyway, I'd like to hear your story too, Alec. Considering that we're on this mission together, I'd like to know more about you as well.
Well played.
I didn't mean anything by it. I just want to be a good listener, that's all.
The Electric Shock Squad specializes in electronic devices with a particular focus on hardware production and maintenance. I'm in charge of energy efficiency and energy utilization. The Ark is currently lacking in many things, and energy is no exception. I volunteered to come up here and try to figure out a way to resolve the energy crisis. Who knows? These crystals might end up proving to be a good catalyst. Does that answer your question?
Fine.
It's like reading off a
I should
script.
have known that a professional like you would have had a suitably elevated reason for doing what you're doing. Not at all similar to a simpleton like myself.
Would you look at that? They only just met and they're already getting on like a house on fire.
Maybe so.
If that's how you read it, I'm happy for you.
Right.
Right, indeed. Alright, cool. Let's do one more sorry, and I guess then we call it.
Doesn't matter how hard it gets, I'll always succeed.
Lady Luck is always on our side.
Next.
Fancy a drink?
Moving.
Misfortune has. Let's go make ourselves some luck. Let's bet on who'd win.
Next.
Lady Luck is always on our side.
I'm sorry. Just a little more.
Bolt! We won again!
Swim.
Encounter.
Here I go.
You should have visual contact soon. Exercise extreme caution.
Roger.
Oh, boy, my heart is pounding. I feel like my core is going to burst.
I feel the same!
There it is.
Delivering points ahead of us. What seems to be a massive condescendent pillar of light is piercing through the ground and soaring up into the air. Although the concentration of the crystals is rather sporadic and not particularly dense, they nevertheless emit a near-blinding luminescence. That must be it.
Eleg, run an analysis on the local vicinity. Will do.
Alec pokes at her tablet.
No toxins present. Appropriate oxygen levels. No unidentified components. Nothing especially noteworthy, except for the fact that the alpha particle concentration is remarkably low. All right, you're up, Hammering.
Gotcha.
Hammering walks forward and stands in front of a crystal.
Looks like an ordinary crystal to me. It's awfully dense. Not terribly dissimilar from quartz. But there's something strange. Everyone, come take a look.
What is it?
Is it okay to get closer?
It's fine. The exterior surface is extremely smooth. So I don't think there's any gas or liquids coming out of this thing. Just to be safe, though, the commander shouldn't get too close.
Good call.
We cautiously move towards the crystal. Once we are close enough, we immediately notice a certain cluster of crystals, which are distinctly at odds with the rest of the formations in the vicinity.
What an unusual pattern.
This reminds me of something. What was it called again? Damascus.
Is that some kind of curse?
I get it. Damascus. Very funny.
At least someone appreciates my jokes.
A word of warning? Don't encourage her or else you'll end up regretting it.
But it was funny, really.
Continue, Hammering.
Looking at its exterior, it resembles something you'd see in the quartz family.
It seems like it has some sort of light flowing through it.
Yes, there is some luminescence there.
Is it natural?
Hard to say.
This pattern. Don't you think it resembles circuitry you would find in a machine?
I was thinking the same thing. Should we take a moment to check?
Leg extends a wire from the tablet and presses it to the crystal.
Electricity is flowing through it all right, and a whole lot of it.
Does that mean it's a machine?
The notion that electricity can only flow through man-made machines is a fallacy. It flows through living organisms as well.
This, however, doesn't appear to be a living organism.
Interesting.
What is it?
The tablet just shut off.
The battery ran out?
Why didn't you charge it earlier?
Just a second. I should have a spare battery.
I've got one too. But that's strange. I could have sworn it was at 80% only a moment ago.
Hammering. Can you glean anything else from the exterior of this thing?
Nope, that's about it. If it's all right with you, I was gonna collect a sample.
How do we go about that?
I'll crack off a small piece from the end.
It's a bit primitive, but it'll get the job done.
You betcha.
Please, go ahead then.
I suggest you step back, Commander. In fact, stand behind me.
Is that really necessary?
You never know. There could be gas trapped inside this. Pieces could go flying once I break it.
Liver and a leg both take a few steps back. Neon moves behind her knees.
What are you doing? It makes more sense for someone bigger to stand in front.
Then why don't you go behind Hammering?
She's too close to the crystal. It's dangerous.
I'd take a few more steps back if I were you guys. Actually, hide behind cover. There's no telling what could be inside this thing. The worst case scenario would be that whatever's inside reacts unfavorably to oxygen and it explodes.
Yeah.
And if it does? What'll happen to you?
I've got a sturdy noggin. If something goes wrong, just make sure my head stays intact.
Roger.
A few months later, everyone except for Hammering is hiding behind cover, with only their heads peeking out.
Alright, I'm going for it.
Hammering raises her hammer and lightly taps at the crystal.
Duh. It's much harder than I thought. This is way tougher than quartz. This is more like a diamond. Alright, I'm gonna really give it some juice with this swing.
Just as Hammering is about to swing her hammer down,
Rapture detected. 400 meters out, heading straight for you.
What? This feels like it was planned.
Don't engage in combat near the crystal. We don't know what will happen if the crystal breaks.
Roger.
alright. Time to battle.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit? Just a little more. Lady Luck is always on our side. Lady Luck is always on our side. I'm glad I was able to protect everyone.
Rapture fragments are flying towards the crystal.
Miss Hammering!
Did I ever tell you that I always wanted to be a baseball player?
Hammering focuses on the fragments which are hurling towards the crystal, and swings the hammer with all her might. Hammering swing misses, and the fragments of the Rapture shatter the crystal and roll onto the ground.
Looks like you'll have to keep dreaming, Hammering.
Anise, get behind me!
No, you get behind me!
Everyone, take cover!
It's too late. Get behind me, Commander.
Everyone get down. Huh?
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 Nothing's happening.
That startled me.
Yeah, my glasses nearly fell off.
That really scared the heck out of me.
Guess we overreacted.
Guess so.
What was that scream just a moment ago? Was that supposed to be some kind of signal?
Hard to say.
I'll check if any toxic substances were released when the crystal broke.
Select connects to the portable battery to the tablet.
I'm not picking up anything.
How does that thingamajig work anyhow?
It analyzes airborne particles. The range is somewhat narrow, but it's still quite useful.
Can you add that function to my glasses?
Depends. Are they traditional lenses?
No, they're display monitors.
Really? Then it's worth a try. I'll get back to you on that.
Cool! Then I can have supervision.
I hope not. The last thing you need is another thing to prattle on about.
I'll take one of these broken pieces.
Hammering holds up a crystal fragment.
It's not emitting any light.
You're right. If it's not coming from the circuitry, then where... No electricity is flowing through it either.
Still, we should take it back with us.
Are you sure? It feels compromised at this point, so, Huh?
The crystal fragment Hammering is holding suddenly turns gray. Then crumbles and disintegrates.
What happened? Did you accidentally crush it?
With my bare hands? How could that be possible?
Let's try and pick up these other pieces. A moment later. After attempting to break off other pieces of the crystal to take as samples, the pieces all disintegrate without exception. Hammering moves to take one of the crystalline fragments stuck in the ground, but eventually gives up when she finds it unwilling to budge even an inch. Seems there's not much we can do at this point.
I think it'd be prudent to return and organize a separate investigation team.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just a moment. Can we head a little further inside? According to the map, there should be more crystals ahead.
I'm game.
Me too.
Are you sure it's not too dangerous?
It wouldn't hurt to take a peek. We might be able to obtain a proper sample inside.
We all came here because we needed the work. If we return empty-handed, they'll send in another team to investigate. Then we'll be left jobless yet again. We at least need to bring back a proper sample. Or some other kind of finding that will turn heads. If we go back like this, we'll just be labeled incompetent.
And on a personal note, this is a completely new type of crystal we're dealing with. I'd hate to leave after just getting a taste of it. Whatever this thing is, we could be the first to discover it. We'd be fools to pass up such a golden opportunity. Regardless of whether or not we collect a sample, don't you want to satisfy your curiosity?
I'm asking you. Please, don't make me beg. I don't want to keep living a servile life where I'm at the mercy of the whims and fancies of other people. If I don't want this to be my last hurrah, I need to make a name for myself during this mission. Of course, that poses a risk, but anything is better than crawling back to the Ark and having to stroke other people's egos day in and day out. I'd rather die up on the surface than return to that. I at least have some pride left in me. So please, I'm begging you. Let us explore a bit more.
Rappy, how much risk does the crystal pose?
None, as far as we can tell. It's not toxic, isn't composed of any harmful substances, and doesn't pose any risk of explosion. At present, it's simply an ordinary crystal, albeit with peculiar patterning.
Okay. Let's continue the search. We're going deeper.
Roger.
I'll continue to provide backup.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty. I guess that's it, unless we get an EX stage. We don't. Not yet, at least. Alright, that's fine. So, thank you all for watching. Let me claim these. Some 40 extra crystals. Cool. And let me claim the daily mission from the season pass. So let me claim that as well. Don't really care about the skin. Alright, so thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.